Titanic enough times where every single rich person on the Titanic was an asshole. You watch that enough times, and all the happy people are down in steerage dancing on the tables because they're broke. And you start thinking, well, maybe I don't want to be one of those mean people who has all that money. I identified myself as a scrappy underdog, not as a successful person. I needed to reframe this in my mind that my paycheck was a direct mirror. It was a direct reflection of the number of lives I was helping, the number of people I was helping. Not every business doesn't have that reflection. If you're on Wall Street, you're winning, somebody else is losing. Here, you only win if you help other people win. So that helped me to get my mind right and to grow my check in service of others, not at the expense of others. So mindset was the second thing. Third thing that changed, that really accelerated my career, because some of you are doing okay, but it's time for you to accelerate, was strategy. If I have any skill that I'm particularly proud of, I have a very, very high awareness of what really is going on and what's really working, because other people, and John and Dave both have the same awareness in different aspects. They have it. They look at something like, that Dave is into memorabilia and sports, right? I promise you, he walks into some sports show, some memorabilia show, he sees things other people don't see. Everybody's walking through the aisles and they're looking at the stuff, and they see what average people see, and he sees what successful people see, and which is invisible to most people. I started to pay attention in network marketing to what successful people really did. What did they really do? What were their secrets to growing faster, to retention, to duplication, to leadership development, to event promotion? What did they really do? And I started to create a playbook of what successful people really did. And even though I didn't feel like I was a successful person, I would copy their behavior. See, in formal education, you copy somebody else's test, you get punished. In network marketing, you copy somebody else's performance and you get rewarded. So it was good for me. So I started copying, and I earned my way into mentor relationships with people. I started to learn. I started to get coaching. I started to get around positive people. I learned from Jim Rohn that you'll become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and that's true. You will become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So I started to surround myself with more and more successful people. And if I was at the bottom end of those 5, those people would pull me up and give me ideas and strategies, insights, secrets, tactics that I could use to grow faster. I learned to collect those. The thing that excites me even to this day is one little idea, one little insight nobody else seems to even notice. But I know that when I put that thing into my life, a year from now, a completely different life, 3 years from now, incredible growth, 5 years from now, can't even measure it. From that one little thing. So I love collecting those one little things. We had this mastermind event John and I were part of over the course of the weekend. I found 3 of those things that are going to make my life so much easier, so much more successful. I'm going to be able to contribute so much more to the world from those 3 things. And I'm sure that John's 3 things were probably different than my 3 things, but it doesn't matter. Those 3 things are going to help me. So strategy is really, really important. Paying attention to what's working right now around the world, and then replicating those things, doing those things. 4th thing that I learned was leadership. Leadership is the engine that drives it all. Real leadership is the engine that drives it all. And I did not consider myself a great leader when I joined. I was like a good follower. I was a good soldier. I would follow instructions. I would do as I was told. But I started to feel bad that my team didn't have the leader that they deserved. Right? A person said in a training once, "Would you want to be sponsored by you?" And that was a terrible question for me to answer, because I was like, no, I wouldn't want to be sponsored by me. I'd be depressed if I was my upline. I'm not very great. I need to get better. So I started to work on me as a leader, and it was a journey. leader doesn't mean rank, and leader doesn't mean income. A leader is a person that has the ability to create action when the action wouldn't have been there. They cause people to do things that they wouldn't have normally done, right? They set a culture within an organization. So I learned how to become a leader, and then I learned how to identify people in the group that have the potential to become leaders, mentor them into leadership, and then teach them how to duplicate the process. And when you do that, you've got freedom. You got real freedom. And I'll give you one quick tip. If you want to understand how to find somebody that has the potential to be a leader, or even the people that are on this Zoom right now, I would ask all of you the same question. Question being this: there are 3 things that you need to have in order to be successful in network marketing that are a requirement. They're not a suggestion for success, okay? Number 1, you need to be willing. I cannot force you to be successful. You need to be willing. Number 2, you need to be coachable. You need to listen. You need to be a good student, be a good apprentice before you're the master. Just listen. I can't work with somebody that won't listen. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of theirs. This is a different business. You got to learn that this is a different business. So you need to be coachable. And number 3, you need to be hungry. Hungry. I can't train you on how to be hungry. You either are or you aren't. Hungry for more, hungry for change, hungry for contribution, hungry for your family, hungry to prove something to yourself or to others, hungry to make a difference in the world. Hungry. Okay? So bad news is, if you're not willing, coachable, and hungry, you can't have big money in network marketing. Sorry, you're just going to be a tourist. And we love you. You know, all tourist destinations love their tourists. Well, we know you're going to come. You're going to be part of Valentus. You're going to take some pictures. You're going to see the sights. You're going to go on the rides. You're going to visit the restaurants. You're going to use the products for a while. But we know that if you're not willing, coachable, and hungry, eventually you're going home. And we hope you keep using the product when you go. Have a nice day. See you next time. Right? But if you're going to be a permanent resident here, a pillar of the community here, guess what? You have to be willing, coachable, and hungry. Now, the good news to this is if you are those 3 things, that's all you need. You can go all the way to the top. Literally. Top rank in this company, have true financial freedom. You don't have to know a lot of people, have education, be influential, have confidence, have anything. All you need to do is be willing, coachable, and hungry. And if you are, and you're willing to give it some time, you can go all the way to the top. So, skills, mindset, strategy, leadership, the pillars of network marketing success. Now, I wanted to share that with you before I share. There's a very exciting situation happening that we are working very closely with the Valentus company, leadership, ownership, to help all of you have a breakthrough this year. Close 2020 strong and start 2021. Make that the best year of your network marketing career.